This is UN News Today with me, Daniel Johnson. The headlines. In Sudan, the escalation of violence in the Kordofan region is fueling fears that more cities could fall to paramilitary fighters. Meanwhile, in Gaza, UNICEF says that a third child has died of hypothermia this month. And in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, civilians fleeing the violence are risking their lives to reach safety, the UN Refugee Agency reports. Fighting continues to escalate in Sudan, where people are scared and fleeing their homes, the UN International Organization for Migration, or IOM, said on Friday. The agency said that more than 50,000 people have been uprooted since late October in the Kordofan region alone. More than 500,000 could be impacted in the city of El Obeid, capital of North Kordofan, if it is attacked, which appears increasingly likely. Here's IOM's Chief of Mission in Sudan, Mohamed Refat.
Those displacements from Kordofan are not happening sporadically. They are happening because people are scared. They are fleeing from areas in Baba Nusa, areas around Kadugli, around Al Ubaid. And those are still those who are lucky to flee. They start arriving in areas in White Nile, in Gadaref, and they are arriving only women and children.
Latest reports from the war-torn country indicate that the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces, along with allies in the Sudan People's Liberation Movement North, shelled residential buildings in Dilling, South Kordofan, in the last 48 hours. The Rapid Support Forces have been at war with the Sudanese army since April 2023, following a breakdown in transition to civilian rule. To Gaza, where a third child has died from hypothermia this month, linked to the terrible living conditions caused by the war between Hamas fighters and Israel. Announcing the news, Ricardo Perez from the UN Children's Fund UNICEF said that the toddler had succumbed to the cold on Thursday.
In December, up to now, 3 children have died of hypothermia, including yesterday a 29-month-old child, a baby who couldn't endure the disease and the cold temperatures and the lack of medical infrastructure and medicines and support to help her survive.
Latest data from the Global Authority on Food Insecurity, released on Friday, indicated that nutrition levels have improved in Gaza since the ceasefire began in October compared to August, when famine was detected. In a statement, the Food Insecurity Platform said that despite this improvement, most Gazans continue to face high levels of acute food insecurity. This includes more than 500,000 facing emergency levels of hunger and more than 100,000 in catastrophe, which is the highest level of alert. To the Democratic Republic of the Congo, where escalating clashes between government forces and M23 rebels in South Kivu province have uprooted 500,000 people and pushed tens of thousands to neighbouring Burundi. In an update, the UN Refugee Agency, UNHCR, said the total number of Congolese refugees and asylum seekers in Burundi is now more than 200,000. This has created a humanitarian crisis that requires immediate global support, said Brigitte Mukanga-Eno, UNHCR representative in Burundi.
So on that side, people are coming through by using boats. And some of these boats are just in very bad conditions. And one of them actually capsized 2 days ago, creating some people who were drowned.
The UNHCR official said that shelters and transit centres are overwhelmed in Burundi, meaning that hundreds of families are having to go without water and sanitation. Immediate supplies, especially more shelters, latrines, water, food and medical stocks are critical to ensure people can access the help they need, insisted Ms. Mukanga-Eno. Daniel Johnson, UN News.